Just wanted to quickly tell you something that I learned. Um, Medications mixed together can mess you up. The reason I was getting my menopause symptoms back and I was starting to feel anxiety again was because I was taking the pantoprazole or pantoprazole. I don't know how you pronounce it. Um, and I started looking up side effects, and I was having the worst pain. My joints, my arthritis, I could barely walk. And so taking mixed medications can mess you up. So I stopped taking the pantoprazole. In the beginning, I was getting really bad stomach aches because of the acid in my stomach. I mean, they said I'm a candidate for ulcers, but I mean, I would prefer not to have menopause. I would prefer not to have severe pain in my joints. I would prefer to be able to sleep. So I just looked into like what kind of natural supplements. They said aloe, ginger, ginseng, which ginseng helps with menopause symptoms. I don't see the psychiatrist until the end of April. She was like, don't take those herbs if you're gonna be taking the Prozac. But I couldn't take it anymore, and as soon as I stopped taking the pantoprazole, within a week, the severe pain went away. I mean, I still have pain when I sleep, especially on my right side, because that's the worst. But it wasn't as bad as when I was taking the pantoprazole. My menopause symptoms started subsiding. I still have them a little bit, but not like before. I just started canceling a bunch of appointments. I just don't want to put out the 40 bucks I mean, it was like four doctors a month they were trying to get me to see, and I mostly believe they were just trying to, spread the wealth to the doctors within the system, even though the doctors I was seeing were not. I just decided that the most important doctor I need to see is my cardiologist, especially since my insurance isn't even paying for labs anymore. So I canceled my diabetes appointment um, because I need to take blood work for it, and I'm not. They want like, I think it's like over $200 $300 for the blood work. So the most important one is my cardiologist, and they started giving me high cholesterol pills because they said my cholesterol was too elevated, and same thing. The two side effects I was getting from that was confusion, forgetfulness, and joint pain. I took it for about a week. I tried it, and I couldn't even remember how to talk. It was like I couldn't even remember words. It was so frustrating. So I was like, you know what? I'm not taking these anymore. But I don't have side effects from my high blood pressure pills. I take two, and I decided that's just the most important thing right now. So I'm willing to spend the $40 for that because it's for my heart, and diabetes. I just have to buckle down. I also realized that while I was taking the pantoprazole, I craved carbs. I couldn't stop eating carbs. I craved bread, and I just wanted to eat bread and rice and pasta. Now, what I noticed is I don't have that desire anymore once I stopped taking the pantoprazole. I don't have the desire to eat so much bread. I am skidding on the sugars, though, and that's what I feel. I feel that if I can get the sugar under control, which I am starting to. Once I stopped taking the pantoprazole, I wasn't craving sugar either as much. But that's the one. They say that when you're trying to stop a habit, you skid at first. So my big thing is like I want to taste all the new Oreo flavors. Stuff like that. Girl Scouts are out, so it's the Girl Scout cookies. Right now, my big thing is cookies. My HEB started selling Archway oatmeal. Those were always my favorite. So, that's where I'm having the trouble stopping that. And I feel that if my blood sugars were a little elevated, which she said they were, but when I checked, they weren't. When I checked I was able to log back in. I called them up. I said, yo, I need to log back in. So I need to print something for my cardiologist. I said, as long as my liver's functioning, my kidneys, I'm passing stones. I found blood in my urine, and when I got up from the toilet, in the front part, there was just blood all over the front part of the seat. So that came up that my kidneys are having some trouble, or I have some sort of an infection. So I just trying to drink more water. One of the things I had stopped doing was drinking coffee. They said I could have decaf, and I've been having I don't have a cup, I have a mug. I'll have that in the morning. I was starting to have it several times a day, because it was kind of, the temperatures were down in the 30s. I was drinking a lot of hot chocolate, and now I don't have the desire for that. I still have my mug of coffee decaf in the morning, but I'm just noticing that I don't like sweets as much. It's just the cookies, everything, all these new flavors. Supposedly there's going to be a s'mores flavor that I love to try. I don't always try everything. I didn't try the pumpkin, the lime, the lemon. I didn't try stuff like that. But there's certain things that I just want to try, and that's the one that always gets me, is the new flavors of Oreo, the Girl Scout cookies, and the new Archway oatmeal. That they finally started selling here at HEB. So I'm skidding, but I'm noticing I'm not enjoying sugar as much as I used to when I was taking the Pantoprazole. So I just decided that that's gonna be the most important thing, is my cardiologist. I'm discouraged from even going to my PCP. Especially, the good thing about it is that when they do blood work on site, they don't always charge. Since it's on site, they'll pay for it. But I don't know, I got this call. This really upset me. I got a call from my clinic. I'm under the UTMB system, and I like it because if all your doctors are on the same system, all the information's there. You don't gotta fight to get your records or to send the records or all of that. And they were telling me that that I owed $45. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't notice there was a $22 because when you're able to get your records online, you could see that it's $22. And they were saying, no, it's $45. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I said, can you tell me what you're talking about? Where is this $45? Oh, no, you have to call your insurance company. I said, no, you have the burden of proof on you. What are you talking about? All I saw was the 22, and so I have to find out what that's about. And they said, no, you just have to pay it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay it. You got to tell me what you're talking about. And they said, well, have a nice day. I said, no, they said, well, we're just going to call you every single week until you pay this. And I said, well, I'm just going to block your number. If that's what you think. And she said, well, have a nice day. I said, blocked. I mean, what the heck, So now I'm even discouraged, to go to my doctor now. If I'm going to be getting, I don't even know maybe it was for some part of the blood work. I don't know. Usually, like I said, when it's within the same system, if you had it on site of your doctor, they'll usually pay that. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm just discouraged from even going to my PCP. Like I said, they said my glucose was 167. I checked online, it was 107. So I don't know if that's a typo. I don't know what's going on. But and I hate when they talk to you, they just automatically assume they assume that because you're fat, you're just stuffing your face all day. And Pantoprazole only made me hungry all the time. But it took about, I don't know, a couple of months for all the side effects to kick in, but I just noticed when I stopped, I'm not hungry all the time anymore. I'm not craving carbs. I'm not craving sugar. But they talk to me, you assuming that you just sit there and stuff your face all day. And it's like, you have to exercise. I have arthritis. You don't, I can barely walk 5 minutes without the excruciating pain setting in, and then I can't do anything more. Well, stay away from fat. I barely eat meat anymore. I mean, like my daughter says, if I ate any less, I'd be eating air. So it's like, that kind of pissed me off too. And, that her MA is talking to me like that. She sends me a thing in the mail telling me all these things. I'm like, I'm eating, the only vegetable I really, really like is like broccoli. I might have some baby carrots. I have raw broccoli, with hummus. I'll have baby carrots with hummus. I might have the pea pie. I think it's called snow peas. I'm not sure. They're like in a pod. Raw green beans. I might eat cooked green beans if it has those onions on top with it's the fried onions though, the ones that you buy in the pack with cream soup. I might eat it like that, but I rarely even eat that. I just eat it raw with hummus. So, but the thing about my cholesterol, those pills made me sick. So, I don't know about that. I was feeling some pain, but I had just stopped the pantoprazole, and I think it was, I get really bad pain in my chest because of the acid. It goes up into my esophagus. So I don't know if the pain was from, a cholesterol problem or that, but I don't really have that pain much, that pain I was having before. So I thought maybe I did have cholesterol. I don't know. And then the thing that bothers me is that I don't eat real eggs. I went from eating it's $2.50 and it's Jimmy Dean's, and it comes with eggs and bacon and cheese. So usually I'll buy low fat cheese. I'll get veggie bacon. I don't even eat turkey bacon anymore. So now I'm eating the no cholesterol, low fat egg thingy, and I never had high cholesterol, and then I switched from eating the Jimmy Dean's, which has real eggs, real bacon, regular cheese, and I started using veggie bacon, low fat cheese, and the low cholesterol egg thingy. And now they're telling my cholesterol's high. Like, what the frig? It doesn't... I don't know. All I know is that made me sick. It made me feel very sick. It made me feel like I just like I was gonna, like, just a vegetable in my brain, because I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't remember words. I couldn't talk right. And so I'm not taking that anymore. I think it was called Avastartan. I think it's called Avastartan for cholesterol. But I'll talk to my cardiologist. I see him next. I think I see him this Friday. I think next Friday is the dentist, or this Friday is the dentist, and next Friday is the. So, and then the dentist is, it's expensive when you go to the dentist. Just trying to take care of myself here. But anyway, so, yeah, mixing meds can unfortunately cause other meds not to work. So that's a pain in the neck. So I'd rather go natural and herbal with supplements than have these medications, So anyway, just wanted to let you know that no news about the new summer releases yet. I've been like staying away from the drugstores. But anyway, yeah, so that's really all I wanted to talk about. I've just really, really, really wanted to get into finishing up my Fire and Ice. And so next week I'll do the other Fire and Ice quad, which is like the olive green one. And so yeah, so I'll see you next week. Like I said, I've been canceling appointments left and right. I'm even going to probably reschedule my menopause one because we've been trying to do this dentist thing, and it keeps getting pushed away. So I think I'm going to reschedule my menopause appointment. It's supposedly, I don't know, it's some sort of, I'm not sure what it is. It's just some sort of like, I don't even know. They made it sound like it was a class where you sit in. I don't know. So I'm going to reschedule that one. And this way, I have not going nonstop. Like in this week, what I want to do is I got the desk half cleaned up. Actually, it's clean. I just need to file stuff away now. So I want to finish that this week. And I want to get to cleaning my house, giving my house a good cleaning. So I'm glad that that I'm just, canceling certain appointments and just keeping the ones that I feel are really important. So anyway, so I should be coming regularly now until until things get chaotic, which let's hope it's not for a while. So anyway, love you all. See you next week. Mwah.